Grenade down!
I got you. You thought I didn't see you now, didn't you? You tried to sneak by me now, didn't you? Now give me what you promised me. Give it here. Come on. Good God.
Sheesh. Trying to find a quiet spot in this town is unbelievably difficult. Wow, we got a bunch to get through. So there's so much stuff going on right now at the gym and life in general. I figured it'd be pretty good therapy for me to start publishing a blog or vlog every couple of days. It would give me some pause to try and figure out where I need to put more effort in, and maybe give people an idea of what goes on in the gym, give me a chance to communicate with people in a way that doesn't look like a sarcastic email, which is kind of what I've become famous for. So today was a pretty big day. We went up to Indianapolis and Dree had an appointment with a neurologist, and we got kind of it's tantamount to a Huntington's disease field test, which she passed with flying colors, which is a good thing because it was kind of weighing on her. Every time she knocks a glass of wine over, she thinks that's the onset of Huntington's, and I didn't think it was the case, but it's great to hear it from a neurologist that there's nothing going on. So that's made her happy. What makes her happy makes me happy. It's all good. So we just got finished with all of the kind of phase one improvements at the gym, which is the whole rebuilding of the gym, getting back to the point where operations are pretty smooth. It looks fantastic. The equipment is awesome. All we got to do now is fill it full of people and get them fit. And this is the perfect time of year for it, right? We're just about to go into the new year. People are making resolutions. Financially, for most people, it's not a great time of the year because it seems like an additional financial load, getting a gym membership, or just at Christmas and everybody's overspent. So I think as part of the Death Proof challenge that we're running, we're going to try and demonstrate to people that you can actually save money while eating better than you were previously if you just do some basic stuff right. And so that's going to be real interesting to cover. But we'll do that in a different slot. So this year more than ever, we are trying to pull back from this idea that CrossFit is a competitive sport, which it is, but that is not its most useful application. The most useful application is, like the name says, right? Death Proof. It makes you more immune to virtually everything that life can throw at you. It doesn't matter whether it's disease, trauma, whatever it is. Being in excellent condition is a shield against all of those things, and that's really where we want to put the emphasis this time. And so you'll still see people doing awesome stuff in videos from the gym, but you're going to see a lot more of people doing stuff that is awesome for them the first time that they do it. That's where we want to place a lot of the emphasis. So every time I explain the story about how the gym got its name, people are surprised, and I'm surprised that they're surprised, because I thought this was kind of a non-brainer, but for me it's such a close story to me personally that I don't know, I guess just I expected everyone around me to figure out what was going on. So why don't I explain a little bit about that. So it was we opened the gym in 2012 down on South Mapleton Street. and it opened as CrossFit Retaliation. No, it was early 2013. CrossFit Retaliation, and there's the whole story behind that name as well. But it's not as relevant to my life currently as relaying what this story is about. And we spent 2 years as CrossFit Retaliation, 3 years maybe, and we started using this term around the gym, death proof, to kind of describe what it was that exercise would do for people. I was a perfect example of this, because in my career as a base jumper, snowboarder, motorcycle rider, karate guy, you know, it always seemed like you just got this super tough chassis from doing a lot of exercise. And so we had t-shirts printed that had the CrossFit Retaliation logo on the front, had death proof written across the back, and we just thought it was kind of a cool phrase to use. And then I had the bike wreck in 2013, and the bike wreck was it was a doozy, right? It was a pretty good one. I basically went into the side of a truck doing pretty much 55 miles an hour. The truck shouldn't have been there. That was the error of that day. No, not my fault. Just an error. And I smashed into the side of this thing, and I guess I hit the top of my motorcycle's windshield, pretty much across my midriff. Did I guess a couple of loops through the air, landed 40 feet down the road, and it resulted in all kinds of stuff. I mean, there was just a lot of trauma in this middle area. I was bleeding internally. They lifelined me from Columbus to Methodist in Indianapolis to the vascular surgeon. I guess they were this was a last-ditch attempt to try and fix me, and the outlook didn't look good, because I was met by a guy with a white collar and a black dress at the other end. So they were expecting to give me the last rites on the helipad, and then they took me in. They started scanning me, telling Audra that you know, they weren't sure if I was going to live, and then it was, we're not sure if he's going to be able to walk again, and then we're not sure how well he's going to be able to walk, and then we're not sure if he's ever going to shut the fuck up. And it was kind of weird. I was actually back at work. That was on a Friday afternoon. I was back at work on Monday. Now, to put that into some perspective, and if I just ended that there, that would sound like, well, it wasn't really that bad. It has taken it's been a full 2 years of rehab. To begin with, even though I was showing up at work, I was only there because Dre had propped me up while she got me to the toilet on the morning and dressed me and got me out of bed, and then I was spending, once I'd been up for 3 or 4 hours, I would have to lay down for 3 or 4 hours and get everything back together. So all of my days for about 18 months were split into two halves, right? There was pre-nap and post-nap, and that nap was anything from 2 to 4 hours. And it was it was kind of tough, because the lasting issue is the brain injury that I got. But you know, it's memory. You don't miss it. Anybody who's ever crashed a hard drive knows that you don't miss your memory that much. Right? It's all about generating new memories. So as we looked at this, what was essentially a horrific motorcycle wreck followed by a miraculous recovery, this word kept coming back to us, death proof, and it just demonstrated that if you've got a 500-pound deadlift and a 230 friend time, you may well do better than the next guy if something like that happens to you. And so this concept became so focused and so crystalline in the gym that we changed the gym's name, and the gym became Death Proof CrossFit. And that is the theme that still runs there today. Now the problem with the name is this word death proof two things. One, it sounds kind of intense. And the second thing is, it has the word death in it, which means that half your emails get stopped at the server, right? So that's been a giant pain in the ass, which is one of the reasons why we changed to Trionic Functional Fitness, in order to kind of bring that level of intensity down, so that people wouldn't get the wrong impression. We're not trying to create monsters. We can create monsters. What we're really trying to do is get people who are not in the best condition and get them into the best condition of their life. That makes sense? Look at that. All this good shit today, and there's only one guy out doing some exercise.